Alright guys, Kazoo71 here, back on the Lost City on ARK Survival Ascended. This is kind of a playthrough I'm doing, just showing you guys when I did these. These were recorded, these 3 videos that I've edited to fit into this one short one were all recorded on 8/22. So giving you guys an idea when I did this, because I know that they did a Snowy Train did a update and fixed the overspawn on the map, and at this point you can still see there's a little bit of an overspawn still, especially those stupid elephants that I haven't figured out how to tame yet. If you watch my videos, I've mentioned this several times, and I know how you're supposed to tame them, but it just don't seem to work for me. So someone mentioned the ghillie suit. I'll say that again. I haven't tried that yet. That's the only thing I haven't tried, so I'll have to try that. But this little lake here is pretty cool, so I'm gonna explore a little bit more. Now I did a full map tour where I cheat flew around the map and showed you guys, but in this one, this is right after I got the Pteranodon. I flew around a little bit last episode. I want to fly around a little bit more, explore some more, instead of just kind of flying around and showing it. Yeah, as you can see, my map's not filled out, so I actually did that fly around explore thing after I did this. So just kind of jumping around a little bit. I just want to show you guys a couple of spots. Just landed here in this other little area right outside what's the Aberration Zone. I'll show you guys. That's where the green obelisk is. And when you fly over into here, you see a bunch of mushrooms. There's also some giant mushrooms you can build tree platforms on. These 2 bridges right here, I think, are really interesting because they come from the Aberration Zone to nowhere. They go to these little bitty islands, and that's it. I mean, that is the whole point. They can't, and then the little islands don't go to the other stuff, so they're just like, it's a bridge to a tiny island. It's pretty funny. Yeah, but here's the Aberration Zone right here. The green obelisk is right on the edge of it, so as you can see, there's a lot of stegos. That's the other thing that I think overspawned quite a bit was the stegos, but I don't mind them so much. And just kind of like I said, I'm jumping around a little bit, show you guys some different parts of it. You see I had everything in there was ascendant, so I have my loot and drops turned up, so I get a little bit better stuff on here. You can do that in your normal settings, and I've got videos on that if you're interested. But up here, we're going to fly up top of one of these mushrooms. I think this might be one of those mushrooms you can build on. I'm not sure. But you can build on top of it for sure. I'm not sure about the tree platform. But I wanted to test a couple of things up here where you get fungal wood and see if there was fungal wood up here. This tree right here that I'm going to test, there's a mushroom. You can get mushrooms. But this tree right here is not the fungal wood tree. This is a regular tree. And I apologize. I was looking at this video. I went through the whole thing to see if there's anywhere in here where I harvested and got fungal wood, but I didn't. But I'll kind of show you guys what they are. There's that. See that little pink thing in front of me? It's those guys. See a little right past that mushroom. There's a little pink mushroom-looking tree. That's them. So that one right there, give you fungal wood. So that's one of them. I think there might be 2, but I know I've gotten fungal wood a couple of places. So just kind of going down on the bottom here. Like, this is that road I was telling you guys about. There's like a road that goes through the whole Lost City. It's pretty cool. I like it. For the most part, it goes through everywhere. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I like that they did that. Thank God they didn't make it yellow brick, because that would have been just too much. So I like it like it is. But there's some aberrant stegos. There's a bulldog right there for you. And then just kind of jumping forward, guys, here is the green obelisk. So I just wanted to fly over here and show you guys what it is, so you can see what the boss is. I don't even know how to say that, but it's something ghost. So there you go. And there's what you need for each of the gamma, beta, alpha ones, if you guys are interested. So the plants that spit the plant species Z seeds out, they were not working. I stood by them for hours and hours and hours. Not really, I'm joking, but I stood by them for a long time, and they never spit seeds out. Now they're spitting seeds out. So I don't know if that was just a glitch or they did something to fix it, but now they're spitting seeds. So going up to the top of another one of these is another big tree. See the little pink mushroom thing right there on the left side with the drippy stuff? That's fungal wood stuff. Fungal wood, they give you fungal wood. So if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that was the one, and I didn't show harvesting it. So, but I did show it in my playthrough. But up here on the top, there's this thing right here. I want to see what it was. It looked like the element, and it is. It's element ore. So there's what your element ore rocks look like. I didn't know they spawned up here. I know I've seen them on the ground, but they do spawn on top of those mushrooms. So there was the map again. I want to show you guys where I am coming in this like dead area. This is where the wyverns are. This is the wyvern trench over here. So I didn't actually fly into it with this Pteranodon. This little, let me test my Pteranodon playthrough part I was doing. Because I was like, I am not taking my Pteranodon in there and losing the only flyer I got. I finally got a flyer, right? Took me a while to get the the stuff to make the saddle. So I'm like, I'm gonna go in there. But check it out. I got skeletons, big giant skeletons that hang around everywhere in here. It's pretty cool looking. I like it. There's a lot of these skeletons everywhere. So the interesting part, I think, I don't know why they did it. Who knows? But if you have a lost city that's like the size of people like us that would fit in there, everywhere you see skeletons, they're giants. Like there was giant skeletons everywhere. So who knows? Maybe they have some lore about the lost city. Just kind of speeding up this little part. I just flew around. I just didn't want to skip this part. I wanted you guys to see it. So I just sped it up. Probably a little too much, but it's all right. I just wanted you guys to see where I was flying. So we're going to stop it here, kind of on the edge. And this is where the redwoods are. So I didn't go down in the trench like I said, but down there was where it was. But here's the redwood area. I didn't want to go too low in here. Like I said, didn't want to lose my Pteranodon, so I'm trying to be careful. And I didn't want any thylos to jump me out of the trees and stuff. And I'm too early game at this point and too weak to fight them off, so I would have lost everything. So I'm staying up high, just kind of jumping forward. I wanted to land on this tree. The trees look kind of hollow on the inside, but you can't really go in them. You can go down just a little bit, but not really far. And I apologize I didn't show that, but you can see right there. But there's quite a few trees over there. I mean, it's really, really pretty. This map at this point right here just makes me think, God, they did a great job on this map. I love it. It's a beautiful map. So just flying towards that thing. I flew past what I was pointing at, and then I went back to my base and just kind of took a little break and unloaded some stuff, and then we flew out again. So I'm going to head towards the south part of the map, and here's the wasteland, kind of like the Deadlands or Wastelands. I think it's called the Wastelands and Extinction. So across here is also the Extinction Area and Extinction City area, and there's also a snow area over here too. So we're gonna hit them both real quick. But as you can see, I'm in this bad area. There are element veins that pop up out here. There are also the orbital supply drops, as you can see one right there. But we're not going to activate that because I would never be able to defend that off with me and a Pteranodon at such a low level. But you do take the starvation. You get hunger out here just like on the Extinction, so it is there. And then the mushroom I just flew over, you can land on these guys. I'll show you guys in just a second because I'm not landing on the ground out here. I don't trust this stuff, especially I'm too weak right now. But we're just going to kind of flash forward a little bit. But here's that archway. So we're going to fly under the arch. And I wanted to show you guys this because someone was asking me about caves. And there is a cave in here. It's a very cool cave you could build in. I would consider it a PvP cave because there's only one way in. So you could use it to block it off. And you put enough stuff in there, you'd be pretty safe. But let's take a look. See, we're going to go under this little archway. Not that archway. This archway. We'll go under here where all these vines are and stuff. And then over here on the right side, there is a cave. And I'll show you guys the coordinates and everything. I'll slow it down so you guys can see where I'm at and everything in just a second here. But I still have the anniversary event on. That's why I have party dodos, by the way. I don't care about all the other events. Yeah, I was posting videos on those things, and no one seems to care too much. Sometimes I do them, but I don't know. I haven't had the energy to do those things lately. I've been doing so much other stuff, so apologize. I know a lot of other YouTubers do them, so you guys are good with that. They're out there. But right here is this cave, so we're going to check it out. It is right here. It looked like maybe it was an artifact cave at first. I flew in here, and it's kind of like it's a dead end right here, but to my left, right there, is a little overhang. Look at this. Go under there, only way in here. And there you go, guys. It's pretty cool. You got a little turn back here and a little open spot in the back. And then there's some crystal back here that is harvestable. And then that's pretty much it, man. That's this whole little cave. It's a small little cave that you could build in if you were just trying to play safe. And there's the coordinates, putting up two little maps there so you can see it on the left side and what the coordinates were blew up a little bit. So go back and pause it right there if you want to see. And let's get out of this cave. And we're just going to fly back under the overhang there. And then just go back out here, the main part here. So, like I said, one way in, one way out. So it's pretty cool. So that little low overhang is a good spot. You could just really build up in there. So jumping forward here, guys, I went into the snow area. And I want to show you guys a little clip of this. I've been in here for a little bit. Not too much. But I want to show you guys this next minute or so here. Watch my health on the bottom right as you're looking at this stuff. And see how fast this goes down. So this is kind of like Ragnarok with the murder snow and the murder snow. And it's pretty rough, man. It is pretty cold out here. Top left, you can see the temperature, how cold it is in Fahrenheit, 6 degrees. That is pretty darn cold. And then we were heading out, but you see my health keeps dropping. And I really thought I was going to die here. When I start and get out, I give you guys a little ahead of time note here. I was flying out and I was heading towards that wasteland part, trying to get out here at Extinction Wasteland part. I barely made it. See, there's Extinction right ahead of me. So I'm just like, I got to fly quicker. I was looking at my health. It was dropping down. And I really thought I was going to die on the edge of this map. And I mean, my health is, I have to drop. I'll show you guys, I have to stop for stamina. And then right there, I thought, I'm dying here. And then I didn't. As soon as I got out of here, the health, I was in an area right past that part where I stopped, where my health started going back up. So, whew, I barely made it. So, you see there, I'm heading towards Extinction. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to make that. You look at my health, how low it is. There's just no way. I can't fly that fast. And I don't have the stamina. So, I'm going to stop here. And then get some stamina real quick. And I'm flying as fast as I can. I'm this bird. So, those bones over there to the right, that is the wasteland area. So, once I get far enough out of the snow into that area, I won't be taking the snow damage anymore. So, I figured I'm not going to make it to the Extinction. There's my heartbeat. I'm getting really low. So, there's no way I was going to make it to the Extinction area. So, I figured I'd try to make it to this. And my stamina is down, so I had to slow down. But we made it, guys. I didn't die here, so I know the video is going to cut off here, but I just want to let you guys know I did not die. I thought I was going to, but you see I got out here in this Extinction area. My health came back partially. It's almost halfway up, so that was good enough. It's starting to grow back up. So whew, that was so close, man. I was literally on the edge of I'm going to lose my bird because there was a ice jumper there. So I figured if I died there, I was also going to lose my bird, but I got so lucky. And I apologize, I didn't cut it, I didn't show it in there. The video, I don't know what happened, why I lost the video, but right there at the edge, when I stopped right on the edge of that to go into the wasteland, I didn't have the video recording anymore. I had something happen to the recorder recently a couple more times, but I don't know. So what I probably did was I probably hit the wrong button, is what's usually me hitting the keyboard, like, oh my gosh, I'm about to, and then, who knows. But here's the Extinction area. We're just going to show you guys a little bit of this coming into it outside of the wasteland area. It's just like the Sanctuary City on Extinction. I've showed you guys this on the fly-through map I did. I kind of showed a little bit more of this. But I just want to show you guys that I flew over here to take a look at it. There are the Armadogos are in here. Armadogos, or however you want to say them. Those are in here as well. There's the defense units. There are the enforcers. And it took me, at this point in the game, guys, I still hadn't found oil. Somebody told me where a couple of oil veins are. And then I don't have an oil pump yet, so I still can't build an oil pump and get oil. So I'm still coming here. As of today is what, 9/7? I'm still flying over here to get oil because I still don't have the stuff to get oil. I don't have underwater mounts to go get them oil rocks underwater. Somebody told me there's some in the snow. I need to check it out. But those oil veins I can't create yet. So the only way I've been able to get oil so far, is coming in here with my Argentavis that I have now, which you don't see here. And getting oil from the defense units, so killing those guys, or letting something else kill them and then harvest them because they fight everything. So, but showing you guys a little bit. This city's pretty cool, man. I love the Extinction City, Extinction Sanctuary. One of my favorite parts about Extinction is that sanctuary. It's really cool looking. I was playing on Extinction. I need to play it more, man. I was going to do you guys a playthrough. The problem I had with the Extinction, I know I'm yakking a little bit here. I jumped forward a little bit here, just another section, is that I was doing an Extinction playthrough on Ark Survival Evolved, and that's the point I was at. And then Extinction came out on Ascended, and I'm like, oh, this is just going to throw me off of wanting to play this thing. So, I haven't been playing either of them. I kind of stopped. I need to get back on it, though. So here's the these little rings. I mentioned this in my fly-through that I flew through these guys just on my Pteranodon, checking it out. So this is on the one side. If you're looking at the map, it's on the left lower corner of the map. So leaving the Extinction area, I'm going into the swamp area, and this is where the rock drakes are, which I mentioned in my fly through in the other video I showed you guys if you watched those. But I'll show you guys when I first find the rock drake. This is the video where I first found them, and I'll show you guys exactly where that happens. So just kind of landing and get stamina. This is also where them giant bugs are that start with an R that I hate, because I still haven't tamed one of those. I need to. There's a lot of things I haven't tamed, man. I just having a full-time job and doing like 5 or 6 other things that, you know, when you're off duty, off work, and then off duty. I was in the military for a long time, so Army. So when you're off work and you do all these other things, and you just don't have as much time to do this, because this is not a full-time job doing these videos. I just do it for fun. I do it to help people. All right, so some metal nodes up here, pretty cool up top here. It's pretty safe up here too, guys. I gotta say, this is a pretty cool area up top. I like it. I'm not gonna build here, but if you were looking for an area on a PvE area, it wouldn't be a very good PvP one, but PvE would be cool. Could be PvP if you had a lot of turrets, but there's a big giant skeleton to the right of me. I just missed it. I flew by it. I don't know if you guys saw that. I kind of didn't even look at it. I just saw it. There's a rock drake. So there's where I first saw the rock drake, and there's a leg of the skeleton right there to the right. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I was more focused on them rock drakes that I finally found. So the rock drake nest, if you guys did not watch my any of the little things in the swamp area, it looked like a pillar. There's one kind of straight ahead of me. Kind of hard to see because I don't really looking at it. I'm looking at the ground. Any of those things that look like giant pillars that I had landed on top of a minute ago and said it's a good base, the bottom of those is where you're going to find the nest. So there's the map. But yeah, you're going to find the rock drake nest there. And if you got a flyer, you can just fly in here and grab one. That's what I did. I grabbed a few of them so far. But I want to show you guys something else here. That's why I didn't cut this part out. There's a basilisk. Look at that right there. So there's where your basilisks are spawning. Your rock drakes and basilisks are over here in the swamp, as well as the giant bugs, the rhino whatever thingies. And there's also the flowers that you can get the seeds from. I'll show you guys. Here, a rock drake. He's right there. I'm using an awesome spyglass too. That's what this is what you're seeing, guys. But there's one of them flowers right there. We're gonna land and grab. There's the bug. We're going to land and grab this flower real quick. This flower right here. This is the one that gives you those plant X, I think. X is what they're called? Yeah, you see them. Oh, rock drake. What? Time to go. I got away. Just flew up. So, but there you go, guys. We're going to end it here. I just flew back to the city. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Just me checking out stuff. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you got any comments, please make them, guys. I always appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.